I want you to imagine for a moment that you meet a friend for coffee. An hour later, you leave. And most people think nothing happened. You talked, you laughed, you drank your coffee, and then you went your separate ways. But what if that's not true? What if both of you left that conversation different than when you arrived? Not emotionally, not metaphorically, literally different. What if every conversation, every relationship, every handshake, every argument, every smile actually changes both people involved? Because science suggests it does. And if that's true, then perhaps the most important thing in life isn't what you're doing, it's who you're doing it with. Today, I want to explore one of the most fascinating discoveries about the human connection, a phenomenon called mirroring. And by the end of this video, you may never look at another human being the same way again. We become different around different people. Have you ever noticed that you're not the same person around everyone? Around one friend, you're adventurous. Around another friend, you're thoughtful. Around another friend, you're hilarious. Around another, you're reserved. Which one is the real you? The answer is all of them. Because every relationship creates a different version of you. Most people think they're bringing a fixed personality into every interaction. But that's not what happens. Something far more interesting is taking place. Every person is influencing the other, moment by moment, word by word, expression by expression. Think about this. Who among us doesn't have that friend that brings out our courage? Somebody who we like to have tag along when we decide that we're going to do something courageous. Or for me personally, when I have to give a speech or a talk on something, I like to be around my fellow Toastmaster friends because they understand the energy that's required to put that in place. Or maybe I'm meeting a client to discuss a general contracting project. I want to make sure that I have my head up in that space. I talk to all my subcontractors. I get into that zone. When I talk to my son, it's a similar concept. I take on the responsibility role of a father figure, and the person who has existed between he and I comes out. We are all different in certain situations, helped along by other people that are out there going through that particular way of being. We know the friends we should hang with when we need courage. We know the friends we should hang with when we need to go deep into our feelings, our emotions, into our challenges. We know the best friends to hang out with regardless of the situation. We adapt ourselves around other people. This is an irrefutable fact. We should use it to our advantage. Our brains were built for connection. An example is when someone yawns, you want to yawn. If someone laughs, you start smiling. If someone is nervous, the room can feel it. Scientists discovered special brain cells called mirror neurons. These neurons activate not only when you perform an action, but also when someone else performs it. Your brain rehearses their experience in your mind. You don't merely observe, you participate. And that's why empathy exists. This is where the magic starts. When two people interact, something new is created. Not person A, not person B, but the relationship itself. A third entity, a shared field, a dynamic, a resonance. You've all experienced this. There are people you instantly click with, where conversations flow effortlessly. Hours feels like minutes. And then there are others where every sentence feels heavy. Why? Because relationships have their own chemistry, their own rhythm, their own identity. The interaction itself becomes alive. Here's why assumptions destroy relationships. This is one of the strongest sections from this topic. Most conflict doesn't happen because people are bad. It happens because people assume. We assume we know what people meant, why they acted, what they need, and what they feel. But every interaction is already distorted by our own beliefs. So we are trying to understand another person through our own filters. It's like trying to read a 5-page contract with the 3 middle pages missing. And yet, we do this every day. Then judge people based on incomplete information. This may be the strongest practical takeaway. Instead of assuming, ask. Tell me more. Why is that important to you? How did that feel? What happened next? Curiosity creates understanding. Assumption creates distance. The phrase, tell me more, may save more relationships than any advice ever invented. If every interaction changes both people, then awareness matters. If every conversation shapes us, then presence matters. If every relationship influences us, then authenticity matters. Because the goal is not to manipulate people. The goal is to understand them. The goal is not to control interaction either. The goal is to be fully present with it. And perhaps that's what mirroring is really teaching us. That beneath all of our differences, we are far more connected than we realize. Every conversation, every smile, every act of kindness, every moment of curiosity leaves an imprint, not only on them, but on you. So choose your interactions carefully. And when you don't understand someone, never assume. Always ask. Tell me more. Because every person you meet is carrying a universe inside of them. And every encounter is an opportunity to discover it. Until next time, keep living a life by design.